Oxide. This is Storm Gaming versus Liquid, and on the top right side of the map we have Special playing for Storm Gaming, and on the bottom left side of Oxide, Clem playing for Team Liquid. Now, nice little winter edition of the map. Actually, got the snow around. Looks really nice. I'm jealous that I don't get play on. Of course, we're going into a TVT here, so we'll be looking out for the normal things like the proxies and all that kind of thing. But these two players, obviously, Special's been practicing a huge amount in Korea at the moment, and I've got much hope that he can bring it out for Storm Gaming right now. But Clem is an absolute beast as of late, going for the 2 gas opening. Well, both sides going for the 2 gases so far. Doing anything too greedy. As we go into this first map, I imagine that both players will give each other utmost respect. You know, it's only the first map. Both players are quite comfortable with the macro phase of TVT as well, so shouldn't be too spectacular. Okay, a little bit of stutter lag, but the stutter lag is coming from server side right now by the looks of it. It looks like it's lagging for players. The camera's still moving, so hopefully that clears up very shortly. But here we go, we got the factory on the way for both players, actually mirroring each other here, so we got the reactors as well on the way. But I'm going to send out as a Reaper. Just have a little look around, especially pointing out whether there is going to be any Hellion or Reaper pressure to begin with. Yeah, just to reiterate, this is a best of 2 between these two players, so this is going to be on Oxide, and the next one gets picked by the loser, and then each team playing for the best of 7. We will have at least, well, all maps played to up to 6 games anyway, so yep, lots of StarCraft to bring to you. Extra Reapers on the way for Clem here. We now have the 3 Reaper, 2 Hellion, which is of course can do quite a lot of damage if your opponent's caught off guard. But we actually have the 2 Hellions as well on the way for Special, and a proxy as well. Proxy starport. So we're looking to see if there's going to be any Liberator or proxy Banshee perhaps, but I mean, if Special's not careful back at home, I think the Hellions will be able to cover this push out from Clem, but oh, we actually have a medevac on the way. Up on the top left side of the map, which I think is going to be for the Hellions to go up and meet that, but I mean, it might be intercepted by Clem's forces now pushing out across the map, and yeah, you got to be careful here. Right, well, a little bit of damage going down, but to be fair, Clem holds, like, Special holds that quite well on the high ground right there. We do see the Raven out for both sides. Special, of course, going for the tank. Actually, both going for the tank. I want to see, yeah, it looks like Special's going to commit to this medevac drop anyway. I don't think the starport was scouted, but I mean, if you see 3 Hellions, I guess that's in the back of your mind. I mean, Clem's going to know something's up, but there's nothing really in position here to spot this. The Cyclone is here to defend, and I think this is going to be absolutely fine for Clem. Really on top of that, does come over at exactly the right time there. Very well done by Clem to secure that and defend. Now Special has a proxy starport, so he's got to be careful. That Cyclone can move out and take it down, so... Third CC on the way for Clem in a really good position right now. We do see a little bit of a push out here. Special. Raven gets picked off. Does get out of there. Vikings on the way for special. Gonna go really early on into that air superiority, which I really like. I think that's exactly what to do, and he's actually securing himself a bit of a forward foothold here. So it looks like special's the one that wants to take the map control, really get control of the skies and push forward. He has 2 ravens here as well. He's going to try and keep Clem in his base with a little bit of a soft contain by the looks of it. A little bit of posturing here. It's the siege tank, so Clem does go down to the low ground. There are 3 ravens here, but the Vikings are here. Interference matrices go onto Clem's ravens. Shuts down quite a lot of that, pushing it. It doesn't really get much done. That's a lot of energy for the ravens and not much gain at the moment, but you know, neither side trying to take this any further. Clem has really good control of his side of the base right now, but it looks like Special's going to try and push up a little bit with his Vikings onto the high ground. There are siege tanks in position up there, but Clem pushes down past the natural, taking out a lot of this army for Special. Special taps out. Clem takes game number 1. On the top left side, it is playing for Storm Gaming Special. And down here on the bottom right side of the map, playing for Team Liquid, it is Clem. Well, so quite an early victory there for Clem in the last one. It was very much just defensive. Special tried to go for this proxy starport into Hellion drop. Ended up getting a little bit pressured by the 3 Reaper and 2 Hellion. Built by Clem there, keeping him a little bit more delayed. And when he dropped, it was completely deflected. And as soon as that happened, Special felt like he had to make something happen. It looks like actually in this game, there's something that has to happen in this game as well. Special really coming out with the proxy barracks here, just right outside Clem's base. I don't think it's going to get spotted for a little while. At least it doesn't look like so far. Yeah, the SCV not actually going down. Which, you know, why would you send your SCV across there? Like, I don't really see much benefit to actually checking your natural. I mean, who would proxy the barracks like this? It would be interesting to see what this would be. I mean, we do have gas as well for Special over on the other side of the map, so we could have Reapers coming out. In fact, it is going to be Reapers. The Scout is going to get down now. Clem's going to know exactly what he's going to go against. So, yeah, really quick Reapers. But to be honest, it's going to be matched 1-for-1 by Clem's Reapers. So, I don't really see how this benefits Special right now. Well, the Reaper's going to come out now, and I don't think... I mean, it's all going to come down to the micro here. He's trying to take that SCV, but the SCV of Special does go down. Not that it matters too much, because I don't think it's going to get much time to build anything at this time. But the Reaper is just... yeah, actually, yeah, no. I think that's a shutdown there, Special. And now Special's like fully behind at this point. The Rack's on the other side of the map, and the Reaper going to come out, won't be able to do much either, so he's probably going to have to transition out of this. And Clem decides to go for his natural. He is going to fly that home. Special sending his barracks back home there. And the Reaper did come out and ended up not getting much down. But I mean, there is a little bit more of a scout. Going to see the next gas going down for Clem as well. But yeah, I mean, completely one-sided so far. No units lost for Clem. Special's going to go for the Cyclone. Going to get Starport down as well. Actually, no, there's no Starport. There's Starport. It's actually for Clem. Misreading that one. It's actually going to be double barracks, which is nice. Going for the mech. And you got the Cyclone coming out. I actually really like that decision. Going for mech in this position means that you can kind of get a bit more of a comeback potential. Maybe turtle up back to that economy. A little bit easier to get 2 base saturation as well without getting pressured by Clem's absolute beast micro. So see where it goes. We do have the Cyclone upgrade there. Magnetic accelerated damage dealing bullets. So I actually like that. This is going to give Special quite a lot of power once that upgrade is done. He's already picking off a couple of units here. Nicely done there by Special to actually get a little bit of value out of this Cyclone. He has to make something happen here. Actually going to pick off that Marine as well, which is... Oh, he's got to be careful to keep the Cyclone. He's not actually going to keep the Cyclone. I don't think that's the trade Special would have wanted there, but there is one to replace it. Yeah, I mean, a Cyclone out for Clem as well at the moment, but... You know, I'm favouring Clem's position right now because it's quick and natural, and well, he's going into a bit more bio, obviously mobile enemy. At the moment, all there is pure Cyclone here for Special, which has a lot of potential. It's actually going to go for the 3rd as well. On the low ground. Ballsy move. Yeah, well, Banshee come across to the map now. Let's see if Clem can get some counter damage done here. Cyclone's just holding out here, waiting for anything to push out potentially, and yeah, they are just chilling out. Great vision so far. Special being a lot more active on the map these last 2 games so far, and you know, with the early buildings across the map, you know, the proxy starport, and then this game with the proxy barracks, just trying to get a little bit more pressure onto Clem, who, you know, if left unchecked, can just get out of hand anyway. So I think Special wants to take a little bit more of an early game advantage, and he's not done too badly to come back from that proxy barracks. He's got the Cyclones done, actually deflects that Banshee as well. Not in a bad position at all, but meanwhile we do have Clem now moving his 3rd down. He's actually got quite a nice tank count here, which, you know, is really good for zoning out those Cyclones. And Special just locking in with that mech. Going for extra siege tanks. We're also going to see Liberators, Armory coming down. So this is going to be a very interesting one, guys. Both players just macroing up here. It's a little bit more of a defensive position. I mean, it's more or less equal, except for we do have a little bit more army supply here for Clem at the moment. Obviously, with that earlier economic focus, is definitely paying off. A little bit more optimized in the early game means that he's actually reaping the benefits of that now. So Clem slightly ahead here, but I mean, we are looking at an asymmetric army comp, so I don't think that matters as much than if they were both going bio or both going mech. In this situation, anything can happen. A whole bio army can get evaporated, but Trying to get a little bit of a pick off there, Special, but he's going to lose 2 Cyclones for a Siege Tank, but he is going to keep up the pressure, sending in a Liberator onto the Natural as well. And onto the main. Look at that. 5, 6, 7 workers go down. 8 in total, which is exactly what Special needs to make happen right now. He's now got the worker advantage quite nicely, but you know, this is a scary army for Clem right now. He's now, well, about 25 supply ahead of his opponent. Quite a lot of mech units as well mixed in there, which is going to be obviously really good at dealing with Special's army. Special's doing a good job at keeping up his unit diversity. Also got some Vikings out here. He's going to go for that 4 CC. Oh, the last of the Cyclones do get caught out there. And Clem's looking to make something happen right now. Really hard to push up on Romanticide, who's going to siege up just outside the natural ramp there. Special, I think, is going to realize what's happening very shortly. As reinforcements come across the map for Clem. There's not much air control here for Clem either, so these Vikings could get a lot of damage done. Take out those medevacs, maybe even the Raven. Clem has to be extra special right now. Gotta be extra special. He's gonna go up to the north side though. I don't think this is the play. Viking here to deflect. There's Clem, very good at getting away from that. But meanwhile, he actually pushes up to the base of the 3rd Special. So many SCVs will go down here. Interference Matrices doing an excellent job at zoning out those tanks. 50 workers go down. And I don't think Special can even clear this up. I mean, he's close to doing so. Oh, there's quite a lot of tanks here. He will clean this up. But at what cost? That's 20 workers going down here for Special, meaning that he's now 20 behind. Ooh, what an engagement. Very good there for Clem. Getting a lot of damage done. Just pulling his opponent around a little bit here. But still, so many siege tanks here for Special. They are getting overwhelmed a little bit because they've been on siege and they've just found out on the low ground. Actually, so many siege tanks going to go down here. But only a little bit of bio on Clem's side. And I think that's a trade that Clem would take any day of the month. It's getting absolutely massive damage done for Special, just out of nowhere. Just sending 3 Hellions down. He's got you do have Blue Flame. Blue Flame, if you catch it at the right time, do a lot of damage. Scans coming down for both sides here. Just trying to pick out where the army is. Clem's pretty much in control of this right now. He's taking some really good engagement so far. Been able to get onto a bit of a higher base count. Gotten out of the 4th. Now trying to go to a 5th. Of course, Bio's going to need a lot of longevity right now. But Special's army comp, you know, off of these 4 bases can get so much done. Because the trading power is just so high. So if they're matching economically, but like Clem's going to pull behind very slowly. We do actually have quite an even match in total here. Quite a lot of Vikings here, and if Special controls this army well, going to be able to take a good engagement here, because look at that army. Bit of harassment trying to get a bit done there, but I don't know. And now a bit of a stalemate now. This is one of the biggest, greatest Terran stalemates you could ask for, really. Clem now going on to the high ground here. Not a lot of not a lot of Vikings here for Clem. So he's not been able to defend against specials Vikings. So he's absolutely dominating the air army there, but now pushing into the third base location of special. Clem is now trying to take out as many workers as he can, or at least try and find an opening there, whilst also pushing on the south side of the map, going into the fourth base. Gonna try and focus the planetary fortress, catching the army of special out of position. He's actually gonna lose planetary fortress there, but in return he might lose a lot of this army. Yeah, okay, he's gonna get out with quite a lot of it. Very well done there by special. Well, actually, no, both players did pretty well there, but Special did quite well to push away this army and take out a lot of that. He did lose 15 workers, but this army supply is looking very good right now. If Clem isn't ready for this counter push, he could well just die to it. He's going to be reinforcing behind this as much as he can. I think Special has an opportunity right now. Lone tank on the other side of the map. Going to be taken out by that Liberator. That's a very unfortunate end. Liberator sieging up really aggressively here. Clem's doing so much damage to this army of special, but he's going to try and push into the third base location as well. Actually deny a lot of the mining there. Meanwhile, huge collision here in the middle of the map. It looks like Clem's going to come out on top. But meanwhile, he does have 28 workers going down. Both sides just pushing back against each other over and over. 33 workers for Clem, now gone. 24 kills for that single Liberator. Absolute beast of a unit. And now all of a sudden, Special's looking in such a good position right now. I mean, if you're playing more of the bio composition, you would need a lot more resources than what Clem's currently bringing in, but there's a huge engagement now. Setting up, trying to go up the high ground. I don't think this is good for Special. Trying to take that high ground. So many Liberators here. And actually, really good air presence with these Vikings for Clem as well. Actually, going to lose a couple of those Vikings, which is, you know, not great. Oh, he's going to lose a few. Oh, the Liberator's still alive as well. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't think Clem's been too good at controlling this air army right now. He's lost pretty much every Viking and all the Liberators here. But I guess it buys him a bit of space to try and set up for a new attack. Clem just going to push up onto the third base location of Special, trying to siege up his Liberators on the front, gets the siege tanks on the back. I think this is going to be a denied base, at least for the time being. Special trying to respond by sieging up his tanks. So many Cyclones here for Special. And another Liberator here. Wow, these players are really getting into each other right now. Tit for tat. 8 workers, 9 workers, and the siege of Clem continues. Liberators now shelling down on these siege tanks. Actually takes out pretty much every single siege tank. I think that is every single siege tank here. And Special doesn't have much left here to defend. GG is called and Clem takes the game. That is 2-0 to Team Liquid so far. Clem takes that best of 2. Means we are now going on to our second match, Gumiho versus Hearthstone. Stick around for that one. It's going to be a banger.